Hey, asshole. Can I kill you yet? It's probably a problem now, because he might be kind of the leader now. Yeah. You crash furiously through Ruga's cell door, grabbing his full attention. This has to end. Now. There are people dying by the minute to asunder. The wall's falling as we speak, and still your clansmen fight against us. I don't deserve all the credit. There are many players in this game. It's no feigned board game. Now Meinolf is dead and your men revel in it? We're all about to join him. You had every opportunity to come sooner and make a deal. Sounds like you need me now, more than ever. Are you kidding me? You've lost your only... Why should we even let you live now? She's about to say you've lost your only bargaining chip because we were holding the king hostage a moment ago. Lass, Meinolf died days ago. He just didn't know it. That poison had no cure. When I learned the menders were forbidden from touching the mind, I found a suitable venom. He died in his sleep, dreaming the most horrific visions, or so I've been told. You vicious son of a bitch. Have you ever witnessed a city turn, hungrily, upon itself, like a starving wolf eating its own cubs? Have you witnessed the rape, slaughter, and torture of thousands, the sounds and the smells of it? I have. Oh, and when the chaos spills over the edge, there is no cure, just like Meinolf. Should I die, you will see these things for yourself. I promise you that. So maybe now you will listen carefully to what I want. Honestly, I'm most inclined to call his bluff on this bullshit because he's really... There's no reason... It's always bullshit in any game or any story to just take the antagonist's version of the story and their ultimatum and their claim of what's going to happen in the future that perfectly crafts this perfect scenario that you just have to give them power because of the thing they said that is true, right? Which is exactly what real life politicians do and so on, is they just make up a scenario about what's happening right now where they're the only solution. But it's a fucking story. It's always a lie. And obviously, this could be the developers saying to us through the character that this is the case. And they have control over the story, so it could be true, and we don't know that. We can never know until it's too late, basically. But ultimately, I'm just like, nah, fuck this guy. I would kill him right now if I could, given that the only reason he was alive was because he had the cure for Meinolf's poison. And other than that, we could just kill him right now, and this entire goddamn thing that he's orchestrating goes away, and we just deal with rebels that are unorganized at that point, which were gonna probably happen anyway because this is a bad situation where somebody will always think that they know the better fix or whatever the hell. This is bullshit. No, we should kill him right now, and I'm really frustrated that that's not an option because it should be. He's trying to take charge of the city. He's trying to actively make things worse. He's exclusively a mistake to keep around. He poisoned the leader of this place, and the penalty should be death, and it's baffling that none of these options are clearly that. Because fuck this guy. No. No, you're going to listen to me now. You don't pull your punch. Ruga's head swings back as if on a hinge. He's no longer smiling. Do you know why I do this? Do what, you piece of trash? Deceive? Leech on mankind? Why I speak on behalf of the people you despise so much? Why I've always done so? Because they will always be here, no matter how hard you pretend they don't exist. There's nothing more infuriating or terrifying than not being heard. So they give me their power. I'm the will of the people. As long as that's true, you can't brush me aside. I will always be here. Oh shit, I can kill him. Haha. Nope, fuck you. You won't come back from this. Kill Ruga. You bludgeon Ruga mercilessly, laying into him again and again with your fists. He chokes on blood as you continue. Wait, what if he's right about Arborang turning on itself? He could be right, he could be wrong, but above all, he's just some asshole making up a story that makes him the savior. That's completely full of shit. He's been actively and overtly not our savior every step of the way. Fuck this guy. Stop. He's unconscious. No more chances. You drop Ruga, and you feel his neck snap beneath your boot heel. Jesus Christ, Alette, you have weapons. What the fuck? Like, I want Ruga dead. Alette's methods were weird. Like, she has actual weapons, and unless these portraits are lying to us, she still has them on her right now. This was a really weird nightmare way of killing her. Alright. You drop Ruga and feel his neck snap beneath your boot heel. For better or worse, it's done. As you depart, an excited man runs to meet you. "They're ready with the barrels," he shouts. That was a weird achievement. I just got an achievement called "I'm being repressed." What? What? Was that some kind of weird sarcastic thing? Was that a feminism joke? Or was that like an like people saying they're repressed joke? Because we killed Ruga under our literal boot heel, who was claiming to be the voice of the people? I don't know. That was a weird, that was a weird line that just popped up. Ultimately, oh shit, am I gonna talk to Ludin because he can become the new leader? Because wasn't he a prince or something? He might be the closest thing to a potential leader right now. Yeah, this is, for me, like, I'm not against the voice of the people or any of that stuff. Like, I want to try to inspire hope and try to band people together and everything, but I think I think everything he is saying is a lie. I don't think that he even necessarily believes in what he's saying. I think that his entire narrative is a carefully constructed lie that creates a fantasy scenario where he's the magical savior, and that's why we have to let him live, and we have to keep letting him go, and we have to let him become the leader of this place, and a bunch of other major bullshit things. It's like, no, fuck that. He's overtly full of shit, and I'm not going down that way. Like, if we fail, then fuck it. At least we didn't let Ruga lead this place, because fuck that noise. Ludin? There you are. I wasn't sure where you went after the bells. I was with him when he died. He did not go easily. Were you with him when you died? I thought you were with us. You were a choosable character. You were in our party, I thought. You get the distinct feeling that their time together was strained. I thought we should, clear the air about... Okay, so, yeah, that's exactly where we're going with this at the moment. Ludin being king now? Believe me, I've been thinking of little else since we arrived. But if you're worried about me seizing control, don't be. As far as I'm concerned, nothing changes. Your banner is yours. The Varl and Horseborn make their own decisions. If you'd like, we can discuss it further. Ludin waits quietly for your response. I'm sorry your father has passed. I suppose I am as well. I know that sounds strange. There was always a sharp edge to him. He wanted to be a ruler, not a leader, if you catch the difference. I always remembered this feeling he'd give me, that he truly believed he deserved to rule men. I think passing it down to me was just a way to continue glorifying himself. Was his change of heart with the refugees a surprise to you? It was a real change of heart. Oh, was it a real change of heart, or did he hope it would encourage me to take the crown? I don't know. Doesn't matter. I've chosen my own path. Oh, is he? So he's just gonna overtly not become the king, huh? Interesting. It seemed like perhaps that might actually be a decent path to go in. I don't know. If the people resent the royal family, then him becoming king could be a mistake. And Alette taking charge of this entire city actually might be a change for the better by the standards of the people. She's already actively proving herself. She's repairing the walls. She's hatching a plan to take care of the thing that's destroying the walls. She's helping people, saving people. And she's proving herself. And then also people are attacking her and she's fending them off. So she's proving herself as a leader on the battlefield in terms of like respect. Not perfectly, she's fallen in battle. It's not been great. Not my gesture didn't quite go through that way, but like she might be a decent leader in this time of need where she's something new, so people who hate the establishment can be satisfied by that. But she's also somebody that demands some kind of respect so far, based on her story. So you're just giving up your birthright. Not long ago, there was no such thing. We still cling to these banners because men follow deeds, not blood. My father wanted to change that. I've come to disagree. Don't look so surprised. It's just that you had a certain reputation, Prince Ludin. What changed? Traveling with you. Seeing how people live. I know, it sounds cliché. For a long time I was jealous of how others looked to you instead of me, but over time... What kind of sane person wants to appoint themselves as the one to tell others how they should live? You did it out of necessity, not privilege. It's a burden I don't envy anymore. It never feels like we've changed until we look back and see what idiots we used to be. Some of us, anyway. But we've all been through some changes, haven't we? Ludin waits. What do you intend to do now? I still have some privileges as Meinolf's son. I intend to use them. When they learned of the darkness, my father ordered every mender of Manhar to Oberyn. They still answer to me. I intend to find a solution that will protect us from the darkness. How's that going? Like a fat man coming home from the mead hall. Slow and stumbling. The menders are little more than bricklayers and nurses, to be honest. The Valka are another story, but they all stayed in Manahar against my father's wishes. Nobody knows what they've been up to, but I hope our goals are the same. We can't exactly go and check. Still, at least someone is working on it. I won't take up any more of your time. I'm glad you found me, though. It was good to talk. Listen, even if I wanted to rule now, it would be a struggle. Oberyn needs fewer struggles, not more. And fewer people trying to rule. What about when this is all over? Oberyn still needs a leader. For what it's worth, Alette, I believe you would make a fantastic queen. Not that I mean to my king, necessarily. You catch Yrsa subtly rolling her eyes. I'll consider leadership another time, maybe. It will be the decision of the people, and right now they look to you. The smart ones, anyway. Let me worry about the menders for now. It sounded like they're ready to go against ruin. I'll gladly stand with you on the battlefield, if you need me. We both. Hey, morale improved. You imagine a resemblance between the two of you hadn't seen before, but you leave it unsaid, and turn your thoughts to the battle to come. A resemblance between the two you hadn't seen before. Oh boy, so there's ruin down there. That's gonna be a big old fight, isn't it? I could rest, but things presumably get worse. The wall gets decayed, and it's just all in the service of getting Alette in better condition. I'll probably just have to do without Alette. Story-wise, it's hard to justify spending any time not just pushing forward right now, because presumably they're just actively attacking the wall at all times. Has been like the narrative up until now. Admittedly, the wall looks less destroyed than I thought it would. There's a handful of breaches on this one side. It's still pretty fucked. Nets have wrapped around the barrels of oil. and horseborn wait at the ready, prepared to deliver them at a moment's notice. Scothawk trots nervously atop the walls. That must be every oil barrel in the city, Oddleaf says, looking at the full nets. Couldn't have gotten half this many without the Varl. Yrsa is preparing several archers with flaming arrows. She looks the happiest you've ever seen her. Let's hope this works, she says. The anchor comes again, a dark streak. The horseborn are already gone, pulling along the netting. Where the obsidian hook punches through the wall, they heave the barrels over top. The net catches and is pulled back toward ruin. Now! Shouts Ursha. Licks of fire flit through the air like fireflies buzzing into the night, gently floating. Down. Down. An explosion rips into the battlefield, rattling the earth and engulfing sunder. Blowing dirt and dust into the sky, cheers erupt spontaneously all the way down the walls. Even the dredge have stopped their assault to watch. Is it done? You wonder. As the dust finally thins, you see ruin rising, staggering. Cheering dies in throats. She's wounded, Oddleaf cries. We have to finish it now. Come, you hear shouted from the ground below. Canary flings her hair back and smiles. Her horseborn look ready to run. We go quickly. Oddleaf stifles an ecstatic gasp when she realizes what Canary intends. You scrabble onto horseborn backs, soon finding yourself racing through the hordes of dredge you would have crashed against on foot. But the dredge come in endless waves, eventually slowing you to a crawl. They surround you from all sides until all you can see are black stone and yellow eyes. Over your shoulder you hear the heavy clang of metal and black armor, and the Varl shove past the fire shove past with fire in their eyes. Up, hunter. We'll find the path this time, Hekon crows. Then over the din of battle a drumming rhythm draws your attention. To your right, a cloud of dust is rising, approaching swiftly until it collides with the army of dredge tossing bodies into the air. Here comes the big fight. Hey, everyone's back. Which is good, because she's down to only one reduced strength. Maybe I'm misremembering how it works. Is it just one strength lost and that's it? Maybe each time you get wounded, the wounds stack? Or maybe time passed again in the game? I kind of thought it was -1 strength per day, and every time you went forward a day, you would lose one of those lost strengths or something. I don't know, her Overwatch is pretty strong still. I definitely need some tough characters back in there, I think. Is it time to take Scothawk back out? You have both higher strength and higher armor. Oh, it's because you have, because of the fact that they are higher level. Oh, I can give you a title. Let's go in on that. Alright, it's time to pick a title for Canary. Plus damage on consecutive attack on the same enemy, not really something she does. Bonus will on kills. Just bonus will and some will regen, ultimately. And armor, and then eventually crit. That final one's pretty good. 1 armor and will regen per turn and 20% crit is not bad. Just a bunch of break, that's not bad. Doesn't she have decent break already? She can when I put that point in a second. That'll fix it. Click, click, confirm. There we go. So now she has 3 armor break, so if I went even further in, giving her like +5 break, you could go real deep in there. That could be one of her strengths, is just to throw in a spear that destroys somebody's armor so somebody else can finish them off. Bonus damage when there's no adjacent allies. +2 damage, +30% crit, and will never miss with no adjacent allies. That's not invalid considering that she's a character that moves very quickly and has ranged attack, so she could easily have no adjacent allies all the time. I might do that. Wasn't there also like a lone wolf version? The hopeful. Yeah, +1 strength and bonus armor and stuff like that for allies near you. It's the reverse of that. Last standing. Just gives them a bunch of armor regen, and then eventually... Oh yeah, the thing where they can't take injuries, meaning that after a fight, even if they got hurt, they're fine. The mountain. Armor strength and then resist on both. Not the worst. This one's a little weird. Still getting stronger across the board. That might be, yeah, might be good for Skyhawk. Less aggro and high movement. The ability just to run around constantly and attack people could be decent. Giving her insane amounts of mobility and some bonus dodge. That's tempting. There's no lone wolf, just the wolf. But they get much less aggro. Huh. Yeah, I think I want this. This is pretty strong. I'll go in on that. Get that started. And she has even more bonus crits, so it adds up in a major way. Meaning that she'll be having an exceptional crit chance, especially if I add this one. I have even more crit chance, and then she'll just be doing huge amounts of damage all the time. That'd be nice. And she also has range distance added, which helps everything about the situation. Can she put anything better on yet? That's kind of irrelevant. 1 strength, 1 break's pretty good. Where's that? The hammer's all the way over here. This is 30% crit though, and 1 range distance is pretty great. +3 break. Ooh. Also pretty tempting. Oh yeah, +2 move, 2 strength, 3 break. It keeps her strength up, so she's resistant. And then she additionally gets a ton of break, so that she's just destroying people's armor in one shot, and she can move really quickly. And then she has the bonus damage for not being next to people. And the increased mobility would help. Let's do that. I'll go for that. She's also one of the very few characters that can even put an item like that on because of the whole level requirement part. Atreus is ready to level up? Yeah, he is. You're the unbent. Yeah, he's got the one that just helps him not lose things. Ooh, 2 of each resist would be good. Let's invest in that instead of leveling you up. There we go. Now he's got a whole bunch of resist, so he's pretty tanky. Yeah, so you're kind of odd man out, Skyhawk. Let's see. So, Hakon, get him back in the party, and probably Mogre. I wish I could get kills. Oh, he's also got a +3 break. Taking him to 7, which is great. Who do I take out? Is the bear worth it? Because Eric kind of sucks. I mean, he can stealth and then do 1 decently strong attack every other turn, so he's not worthless. But the bear is the primary strength, is that he summons a second character, but it also delays my characters so that they have, like, I am kind of diluting my player turns a little bit by having so many people that have to take actions. And it may not be entirely worth it. Particularly when I have the option to take in maybe just more Varl with very high armor stats to keep them going. So Gris has the knockback and the, yeah, the taunt. And the thing where anyone who attacks them loses an armor. I believe it's completely identical almost to Mogre. No, Mogre has more of a skew. He lost 1 strength but gained 3 armor by comparison. He's way more defensive. That's probably why I've been keeping him around. I'll stick with 1 for now. Do I take Oddleaf out? What is your strength, Oddleaf, besides being a main character? You can put a trap down that people might not even step on, or you can put down a bird of... You can do a longer range attack, which is good. It's good for the fact that it doesn't miss, but 100% guaranteed hit isn't that good when she has the problem where she just doesn't have that high of numbers to begin with. Puncture. If you stand up, you stand still, you do bonus damage. For every 2 points of armor the target has lost, the archer gains 1 additional strength to her attack, as long as she didn't move beforehand. She can do huge amounts of damage to somebody whose armor has been compromised. Potentially. A little synergistic. You kind of have to sort out how to make them work with other characters. 20% crit. Do I have something better I can give you by now? Like level 8-ish? Yeah. That's crit plus this bonus here. So it takes it to like significantly higher crit, while also making your talents better. I'll try keeping her around. God damn it, Patrus, you're trying to worm your way into my main party here. I'm gonna try around without Eric. I'm not super convinced that his bear does that much good, although the bear does soak up attacks. 2 armor per turn. Maybe give that to Mogre. What level is that item? 5. 3 break versus 2 armor per turn. It's basically the question of, do I want to go offensive or defensive? How low of an item was... Wow. It's level 4. It is plus 3 break, though. It's 7 fucking break. Yeah, let's keep the break one on. That mixes well with Oddleaf's ability, because he can take 7 armor off of somebody in 1 hit, and then Oddleaf can target the same person, hopefully, for bonus damage. That's the strategy I should be going with. We'll see how it goes. Boss fight time. Presumably. Wow. Alright, Ruin took a big ol' hit. Untouchable. On Ruin's turn, she pushes back all units adjacent to her. Irresistible force. A gravity stone pulls units to it. Stone explodes on Ruin's next turn. Immovable object. Protective barrier regenerates strength and armor. Shit. We want to push to kill Ruin as fast as possible then, don't we? Because we've weakened their strength and armor considerably. They'd normally be very strong, but it's going to regenerate every turn. So that's why we had to rush in so hard. Fuck. That's the anchor. That's how big it was? Are there any scraps of netting still visible around here? Or the barrels? Not really. No, it's just destruction. But that's the anchor they were throwing. It's way bigger than I thought it was. It's hard to get a sense of scale because it wasn't near people the whole time. Okay. Shit. That blocks... Oh, because that's the... This is wreckage. This is fire. Huh. Where's options? Resume low difficulty language audio. What? View stats? Oh, that's... Ew. That... What? Okay, that just opens your, all it does is open your, Steam interface. Shit. Okay, so there's no way to show a grid. Damn it. I wanted to open an options menu and then show grid. Because I'm trying to make out, trying to make out whether or not a Varl can even make it through that path or not. I don't think they really can, though. So I want to get Hakon to her as fast as possible to just do devastating damage. The best way to do that, I believe, is to break this debris and then worm my way through here. Hakon has decent movement speed, but I need to be able to get past that debris, or just go straight through here or something. We'll have to see. Other characters that go sooner might be able to get in there. Apparently, yeah, he's one of the last people to go. That may be the best I can do. What I do know is that all three of these people will go first. They'll go last. You could potentially go running in. I want to line you up with not being in front of the fire. I think you can skirt through there. You might be able to attack them on the first turn, which would definitely help. We shall see. I don't want Hakon to walk through the fire, because that's like... I think you take damage every time you walk through it, right? So like the first half of his body enters the fire and he takes 2 damage. Because I think it's damage per tile even. Based on how you do the math, they might... I mean, it might just be 1 damage, but I think... Let's see, can I click on the fire? I can't. I think you might take damage every time you walk through it, and you might even take damage for every tile your character takes up that's in the fire. So like you could take anywhere from like 1 damage to 3 damage to like 6 damage over the course of walking through a fire based on the size of a Varl, and that would just destroy the whole point of having him. I think I'm gonna go with this. What in the depths was that? What? Surprise horseborn? Surprise Varl? What the f—
I haven't swung a hammer in a century, but that doesn't mean I have forgotten how.
Oh fuck, it's Ubin. Also the voice acting, I like the voice acting. Can we always have voice acting? Whenever the voice acting comes up, I'm like, yay, it's pretty good, and it adds character to the people and everything. Fuck, Ubin's here. All right, haven't seen you for a while. So I thought he was the person telling the entire story of the game, like that was the point, because he was the scribe that showed up in the first game, but then he disappeared, and I was a little confused by that, because I kind of thought we were seeing the whole story from his perspective a little bit, but it's now that he's back, it might be that he does ultimately scribe this whole story, and that's kind of what this game's based on, even if some parts of it happened off camera or whatever. I don't know, things are a little confusing, it's fine. All I know is Ubin's here, and that's neat. I don't even know what his abilities are. Stronger Together adds 1 strength damage dealt by allies and himself while adjacent to the ally. Neat. So just being near people adds a bonus. He has Tempest and Reveal Weakness. Singles out an enemy, all allies, and a ranged attack then. Oh, fuck. Oh, he's not very strong, though. Oh, wait, no, he's a 16-16. I was looking at that Alette for a second there. 16-16 is pretty good. I'll take Reveal Weakness over freaking Sundering Impact, because that's a really cool ability. That's the oh, that's Rook's ability. Oh, I've missed that. I just remembered. I was like, I used to have that ability. What happened to it? That was what Rook had. Rook would target a character and say, "Get him," and then everybody that was in attack range would all attack that character at the same time, which is a good counter to have if he loses a bunch of strength. He might not be that strong anymore, and won't be that effective in combat. But then he can do Reveal Weakness, and everyone else can attack, which is and that's almost like having a strong character for a turn. Shit. All I know is my turns are going to happen super slowly now because I have so many characters, which is kind of unfortunate. If I had my bear with me, that would even be further exasperated, I guess. That's going to make it shit. Oh shit, Ubin, there's a downside to you coming here. I mean, you killed 2 of them, so that's great. But I'm a little fucked in that now we have like twice as many people as them, which means that this boss is going to attack constantly. And they have a move that blows up on their next turn, and if she throws a thing at somebody, they won't have a turn before it happens, which is bad. Shit. Let's see, you should take out this cover. That people can go straight. Don't run away. Come back. Please. I hope I'm wrong, but legends speak of Sunder that can heal themselves. What is that? Is that a 20 damage shield that's over them? Protective barrier regenerates strength and armor. So while that's on, their healing is my takeaway. I think that's what that means. They use a movable object. They get this barrier on them. It's going to regenerate strength and armor while it's active, apparently. And it has 20 health, so we have to break through that 20 health in order to get past it. The 20 health supersedes its armor, though, so it should be vulnerable at the very least. These horse are going to take my turns away. Alright, what do you guys have? They have pin, which makes people not move. This one's got hit and run. Alright, this one's range, this one's melee. They both have very low stats, actually. Horseborn Teulu and Kantref. I wonder if we get these two as characters. If we get them all as characters. I would like to immobilize these two if I can. Oh, I mixed up the two characters. God damn it. When's this guy get a turn? This guy gets a turn first. Okay, so we're fine then. I want to use pin on you. And I'm going to mule kick this guy with the other character to get them stunned for a turn. Oh, those blow up. She's healing. Break that barrier. Yeah, I'm working on it. Stunned. Good. All right. My ability to close the gap's not great right now. They're probably all going to start attacking them. Ow. Oh, I kind of blocked my progress towards that. Might not matter that much. What's the range of reveal weakness? Whoa. Pretty big. It's very big. Okay. So this is not fire then, right? How much is that going to cost? That's 3. And leads to 1 attack from you, and that's it. And it cost me a lot of will. Nah, I don't think it's currently worth it. We have to spend a decent amount of time just chasing this boss down right now. 17. Impressive. Gotta get in there. Let's be aggressive. 20. Boom. No barrier for you. There goes your regen, right? Shit, it's already at 20. Ah. It's already at 24 and 20. Damn it. So they kind of already regened. I can send the reinforcements past that point. There we go. He's on the other side of the fire. Oh, was that AoE? Delayed one, but yeah. I still can't reach him. You don't have a ranged attack, right? Oh, you have a stone wall? Yeah, you can only stand still, basically. I guess best get started. Ow. All you can attack is that one barrier. And that's a slinger, so that they'll probably attack Oddleaf on their turn. We gotta press forward. I can probably use Bird of Prey? Yeah. God damn, there's so much happening right now in this fight. Probably should have lined up more directly with the enemy. I was anticipating having to deal with those front guys, so I wasn't really planning on how circuitous was kind of getting. Also, I was planning on breaking through that to avoid the fire, which seemed better than any of the other options I had. But I wasn't expecting the enemies to just disappear either. Stuff has happened. As far as we can go. Oops. Come at me, bros. I dare you. That's a long Overwatch, because her next turn is a long time from now. So she might get a lot of attacks off. Need you out of the way, because you're physically standing in the way of other characters right now. Chop away at that too high damage value. Aha, it hurt you guys. Yeah, lucky shot. Come on, more people fall for that. Eat through that armor. There we go. Oof. Yeah, our characters kind of melt quickly in this situation. Oh, you could finish off that guy. Could reach that guy. Who's going next? This guy's going next. So if I can target him, that's some good damage. But I have to go through this fire. It's 1 strength damage. I'll go for it. Oh, I resisted it. Neat. That's neat. See, my talent is... Run-through's not the best situation right now. I can just do actual damage to this guy. There we go. You suck now. Have I ever noticed that, like, there's something vaguely, like... It's, the way they gesture that, the way they animate the flinging of the 2 explosions, it looks like... I don't know, like the general cadence someone has when they're gonna, like, go on their skateboard and go, like, start tagging some shit. Like with the spray paint, like that whole culture, like that's the kind of gesture that fits with for me. It was really funny to see in this war context where I'm like, huh, that's an animation. Who's next? This guy? So I want to minimize incoming damage if I can. Or I could just go after the boss's armor and keep peppering them. But you've currently got the crit, so you should attack anyone with low armor. Which includes that guy, honestly. Oh, you can just kill this guy. Which may not be the best move, actually, because of the whole... everything else. Can I attack the boss with Bird of Prey? Not quite. So I can't take proper advantage of puncture right now. The guy going next is this guy. I want to do strength damage, but I can't from here. Let's move. There we go. That's some good stuff. Now his turn sucks. Really sucks. Great. Alright, Hakon's gonna take some fire damage, I think. I gotta get in there. Only 1 damage, so I was really overestimating the threat there. Crit! Oh my god, it's got 4 hit points! That's fantastic. You know what, Mogre? You go get a kill today. Oh shit. Oh shit, I went too fast. Alright, well, you know, having 1 health works with my usual strategies. I just want to give Mogre a kill. But when I took one will off of it, it went from 10 damage to 8 damage, and he had 9 health. I'm like, oh shit, what happened? And I realized this guy is affecting things, isn't he? Yeah. Why? No, this. I don't know actually. I don't know what's happening. Ubin adds 1 strength damage to people, but I don't understand why that made the will go off by 2. I don't know. I don't know why it went from 10. Why it skipped between 8 and 10. That's not normally how will works. Does he have a bonus where will's worth double? No. Alright, well, we need to kill this boss as fast as possible, and they have 4 strength right now, so shouldn't be that hard. You should be able to do chain attack on it. Come on, 80%. There we go. Did that other guy just die too? Oh, was it a... Oh, it was the shatter effect, wasn't it? Where if you do a lot of damage to one of these guys, they explode onto other people? Splinter. That might have been it. Oh no, he died of bleed, didn't he? Right. He died of the bleed of Let's Overwatch. Okay, so now we're set. The primary threat is gone. Now we just have these 4 guys. And they have 4, 5, 10, and 1 strength. So only one of them's really a threat right now. And I'm about to fix that if I can. Or not. Oh, he's all out of willpower? I can fix that. Oh, should I do a Tempest? Or should I just focus fire 1 guy to take out his strength before it becomes a problem? I'm gonna focus fire. Now you're all looking a lot weaker. Ow. That hurt you guys too, didn't it? Right, she has 7 strength, so her attacks are not currently great. She has so much armor pierce. Just not that necessary right now. That'll help though. Yep, down to 1 hit point. And now they're doomed to die on the next turn anyway. Ooh, 18 damage crit. Crits are scary. I'm feeling really vindicated in my choice to keep giving all my characters bonus crit all the time, because it seems to be incredibly effective. I don't really know what you're doing right now, but I'm not letting you do it. Stop that. Don't want him to reach his next turn and cause whatever that is to happen. I could have read what it was, but instead I just hit him. What happens if I do a Tempest right now? He just takes out both of the enemies in 1 hit? That's tempting, isn't it? Nah. Strength damage plus 1 would still be too strong. Heck on, just hang out. Let some people get experience around here. Like Mogre. Mogre deserves experience. There we go. He walked into the fire. That went so much better than my last fight. It's almost like the Varl are back or something. Ruin. To defeat Ruin on the battlefield. Yeah, I got that one. Boom. You'd think that'd be a lot more renowned considering the whole Ruin situation. Let the tales tell you that. Let the tales. Blah, blah, blah. Let the tales tell that you, a humble hunter from a small forest town, stood against not one, but two Sunder.